Let me ask you something. How many times have you felt lost, alone, or uncertain about the future? How many times have you looked around and wondered if anyone truly understands the struggles you're facing? It's easy to get caught up in the weight of the world, to feel overwhelmed by the challenges, and to question whether you're on the right path. But today I want to remind you of something incredibly important. You are never alone, and God knows you like no one else ever could. You see, we are all on a journey, and while the road may not always be easy, every step you take is part of something much greater. Your struggles, your setbacks, your moments of doubt, they are not the end of your story. They are shaping you, preparing you, and strengthening you for something greater. In this life, we often rush to the destination, forgetting that the journey itself is just as important. The lessons we learn along the way, the faith we build in the waiting, and the strength we gain through perseverance, these are the things that mold us into the people we are destined to become. So today I want to talk to you about trusting in God's timing, embracing the journey, and never giving up no matter the challenges. Because in the end, it's not about how quickly we get there, but about the person we become along the way. Keep your faith, stay strong, and remember God has a plan for you. And that plan is far greater than anything you could ever imagine. God knows you. Not just in the surface level way that others might know you, not in the way the world may perceive you based on your appearance, your job, or your social status. No, God knows you deeply. He knows the real you, the one that's hidden inside. He knows your heart, your intentions, your fears, and your dreams. He's seen every tear you've shed when no one else was around. He knows the quiet struggles you faced, the moments of doubt, the times when you felt like you couldn't go on. And in those moments, He's been right there with you, even when you didn't realize it. It's easy to think we're alone in this world, especially when things are tough. We look around and see others succeeding, thriving, and we wonder, why not me? Why don't I have that? Why am I still stuck in the same place? But here's the thing. God knows exactly where you are right now. He knows the path you've walked, the lessons you've learned, and the ones you still have to learn. He knows the problems you face today and the path you'll face tomorrow. And He doesn't just know you for who you are today, He knows who you can become. He knows the potential that lies deep inside of you, far beyond what you can even imagine. He sees you at your strongest, your most powerful, your most accomplished self, even when you're feeling defeated or overlooked. When the world can't see past your current circumstances, God sees the person you are meant to be. He's got a vision for your life that goes far beyond what anyone else might believe about you. That's the power of God's knowing. He sees you in your totality. He doesn't just look at you and see a person defined by their mistakes, by their failures, by their limitations. No. He sees a person capable of greatness, of rising above every challenge, of doing more than they ever thought possible. And more than that, He's right there guiding you, shaping you, leading you on a journey to become that person. When you feel weak, He knows your strength. When you feel lost, He knows your purpose. When you feel broken, He knows the power that's growing inside you. And even when you think you've reached your limit, God sees the boundless potential that lies ahead. So never forget this, no matter where you are right now, God knows you. He knows your struggles, your heart, and your future. And He's got a plan for you that's bigger and better than anything you could ever dream. Embrace your journey. I know it's not always easy, but you've got to remind yourself that every single step you take is a part of something much bigger than you can see right now. The path you're walking, even the parts that seem uncertain or painful, is leading you to a greater purpose that God has already set in motion for you. So often, when things get tough, we want to stop, we want to give up, we want to question the entire journey. But here's what you need to understand. Each step, no matter how difficult, is part of the plan. In the midst of pain and struggle, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. When life knocks us down, when doors close, when the road feels like it's never ending, it can feel like there's no purpose to it all. You might ask yourself, why me, why this? But what you may not realize is that those challenges are shaping you. They're molding you into the person you need to become for the next phase of your life. Even when you don't understand it, God's purpose is still being fulfilled. You're not lost. You're exactly where you need to be. You see, God's plan for your life is not just about the destination, it's about the journey. Every challenge, every victory, every setback is necessary for you to grow and evolve. Think about it. The strongest trees are the ones that have weathered the hardest storms. The most beautiful diamonds are formed under extreme pressure. Your trials, they're not meant to break you, they're meant to shape you, to prepare you for something greater. You may not see the entire road ahead of you, and that's okay. You're not supposed to. Trust that with each step, even if it feels like you're stumbling, you're moving closer to purpose God has for you. It's the journey, not just the destination, that prepares you for the greatness that awaits. The pain you experience now is a lesson, a building block, a stepping stone. And one day you'll look back and see how every twist and turn led you exactly where you needed to be. Sometimes the road will feel lonely. Sometimes you'll wonder if you're on the right path. But trust this, God has you right where He wants you. It's in those moments of uncertainty, of hardship, that your character is being tested, your faith is being strengthened, and your resilience is being built. Don't rush to the end. Don't try to skip over the difficult moments. Embrace them, because each part of your journey, no matter how hard it is leading you to the person you are meant to be. So when life gets tough, when the obstacles seem too high, when the road feels too long, remember this: every step you take is not in vain. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are being led. God is with you, guiding you, showing you that even in the darkest times, your journey is part of something far greater than what you can understand right now. And one day you'll look back and it will all make sense. Every struggle, every triumph, every moment will come together to reveal the purpose that God has always had for you. So embrace it, all the good, the bad, the easy, the hard, because this journey is exactly where you need to be. Never give up. I know it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders sometimes, like the challenges you're facing are insurmountable. Maybe you're standing at the edge feeling like there's no way forward, like every road is blocked and you can't take another step. But let me tell you this, you are never alone. In those moments when it feels like everything is falling apart, when it seems like the odds are stacked against you, there's something powerful you need to remember. God is with you. When you feel like you're walking through the valley, it's hard to see beyond the darkness, the pain, the doubt, the fear. All of it can cloud your vision and make you question if you're on the right path. But listen carefully, those feelings are temporary. The struggles you're facing right now are only part of the story, not the entire story. And the best part of your story hasn't even come yet. You see, God's plan for your life is greater than any obstacle you may face, the setbacks you've encountered. They are not the end. They are just a part of the journey that's preparing you for something far greater than you could ever imagine. The road might be tough right now, but you're not walking it alone. God is right there, walking beside you, carrying you when you can't carry yourself. His strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you feel like you've reached your limit, when you feel like there's nothing left, that's when God's power is at its most visible, lifting you higher than you ever thought possible. The world might tell you to quit, to give up, to stop fighting, but don't listen to the voices that say you're not enough, that you're not worthy, that your journey is pointless. Those voices are lies. The truth is you are strong. You have more power within you than you know. And the challenges you're facing right now are not there to break you. They are there to prepare you, to strengthen you, to sharpen you, and to sharpen you were always meant to be. There will be times when you'll feel exhausted, when you'll want to throw in the towel. But know this, you're in the fight for a reason. You've been equipped with everything you need to overcome. God has given you the strength to endure, the resilience to keep going, and the courage to face every challenge head on. You were never meant to be defeated. You were never meant to lose. The road may be long. The battles may be hard. But the victory that awaits you is so much greater than anything you're facing right now. So don't give up. Don't quit. Keep going. Every step you take is one step closer to the person you are meant to be, to the life you ordained. And through it all, remember, you are never alone. God is walking with you every step of the way. And as long as you keep moving forward, there is nothing that can stop you. Your purpose is greater than your pain. Your destiny is greater than your struggle. And your victory is already written. So stand tall, take a deep breath, and keep moving forward, because you were born to overcome. And you will never face a challenge you can't conquer with God by your side. Trust in God's timing. I know it's hard sometimes. We live in a world that demands instant results, instant answers, instant gratification. We want everything right now. When we set our sights on something, we want it to happen yesterday. But here's the truth, God's timing is perfect. His plan unfolds when it's meant to. And while that can be frustrating, especially when you feel like you've been waiting forever, you need to trust that everything happens in its own time. Patience is key, my friends. We all want things to happen on our own schedule. But we must remember that God sees the bigger picture. What you may think is a delay in your life might actually be preparation for something greater. Maybe you're not ready for what you're asking for just yet. Maybe you need more strength, more wisdom, more experience. Trust that God is preparing you in ways you can't see. His timing is not a delay. It's a divine process of shaping you, refining you, and positioning you for the greatness that's to come. Think about it, some of the greatest blessings in life come when we least expect them, and often at a time when we're ready for them, not a moment sooner. You may feel like the door isn't opening, like the opportunity isn't arriving. But sometimes the delay isn't an invitation for you to grow, to trust more deeply the person who can truly handle what you're asking for. We can't rush what God is doing. You might think you've been waiting long enough, that you've earned your breakthrough, that you've worked hard enough for it to come now. But trust this. When God brings it to you, when it aligns with His plan for your life, He will arrive at what you need, exactly when you need it. It will be perfect in ways you didn't expect, far beyond what you could have planned for yourself. Look at the greatest examples in history. Think of the heroes of faith. Abraham waited years for a son. Joseph spent years in prison before his dream came true. And Jesus spent 30 years preparing for a 3-year ministry. In each case, it wasn't about whether they would receive what was promised to them. It was about God's timing and their growth in the process. They trusted even when they didn't understand. And when the moment arrived, they were ready. So don't get discouraged in the waiting. Don't lose heart just because things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like. Trust that what's coming for you is worth the wait. Trust that the waiting season is not wasted. Each moment is an opportunity for you to learn, to grow, and to deepen your faith. You will emerge stronger. Your patience will pay off. Every delay, every setback, every unanswered prayer is part of the process that will build you up into someone capable of handling the blessings that are on their way. You are being prepared for greatness. And when the time is right, when God's timing is aligned with your purpose, everything will fall into place. So hold on, keep your faith. Trust that God is not withholding from you. He is making you ready for what's coming. And when it finally arrives, you will look back and realize that the wait was worth it. Your patience, your perseverance, and your trust in God will have shaped you into a person who is ready for the blessings, the success, and the peace that is to come. In conclusion, remember that through every challenge, every hardship, and every victory, God is with you. He knows you deeply more than anyone else ever could. He understands your struggles, your dreams, and your potential, and His plan for you is far greater than any obstacle that comes your way. No matter how tough the road may seem, never forget you are never alone. God's presence is constant, His support unwavering, and His timing perfect. The journey may not always be smooth, but it is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. Embrace every step, the good and the bad, for each one is part of a greater purpose. Trust in God's timing, knowing that even when things don't unfold as quickly as you'd like, His plan is still moving forward. Patience is key. What is meant for you will come at the right moment. So never give up. Keep pushing forward with faith, knowing that God's strength is with you, lifting you up when you can't stand on your own. Trust that everything is working together for your good, and you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future that awaits you. Through it all, remember you are loved, you are seen, and you are destined for greatness. Keep moving forward with confidence and trust in the journey that God has set before you.